Hey y'all, welcome back. In the seemingly continuing tradition of me documenting every single state park I can find, in this video, me and my wife made our way down to Rainbow Springs. I'll keep this simple and pass it along to me and her in the past to give you all a little bit more info about this trip.
Hello everybody. I'm a professional filmmaker now.
That's true.
Jeremy is driving. Where are we going, Jeremy?
I don't know where we're going. We're going to Rainbow Springs.
Yes, we are. We're going to Rainbow Springs. We're also going to Crystal River to meet Jeremy's mother-in-law for lunch. And yeah, it'll be a good time.
Not your mom though.
No, it's Jeremy's mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law.
Yeah. I love his mother-in-law. She's like super nice.
I hope she sees this.
I hope she sees this video. Hi, Mom.
Savannah has taken, she's great at cinematography now.
I'm just camera girl B.
Who's camera girl A?
You.
Oh, yeah.
We're driving through the beautiful little country of rural Florida.
Wackahoota.
I hardly know her.
I hardly know her.
All right, Jeremy, don't ride off the road, please.
I got really excited.
You got too excited, me.
Wackahoota, I barely know her.
I hardly know her. Do you want to talk?
Wackahoota, I barely know her.
All right, okay.
It's better. So, this is what we're shooting with today. It's just a fairly cheap film stock, but it's widely accessible. Kodak Ultramax. I'm fairly certain it's a 400 ISO film. But yeah, we were gonna try out some other weird shit, but we're just going with something basic. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a very basic film, but I like the colors all right. It's not as cool as like a Kodak Gold or Portrait 400 or something like that. Look at these cows! Roll those beautiful cow footage. Roll those
beautiful cow footage. Wackahoota.
I barely know it. So we met up with our family in Crystal River before we ended up making our way to the Springs. If I'm honest, I gotta give you guys the real reason we did this. Like, I love our family, but my mother-in-law's dog, Daisy, she's just incredible, and I had to see her. She can even play the piano, if you can believe it. Yeah! Okay. Anyways, after that, we finished up our lunch and headed down to the Springs. The actual springs are located in Dunnellon, Florida, which is a small town sort of near Ocala, Florida, and really it's all about an hour or so south of Gainesville. The area surrounding the park has actually been inhabited by people for like 10,000 years, and the people who we now call the Timucua lived here at the time of the first European contact. And pioneers eventually made it to the area to really settle it for themselves in the early 1800s, 1830-ish. By the 1880s, there was roughly a huge town here of 75 people. And they had a sawmill, a railroad station, even a post office. Come around the 1920s, Blue Springs and Blue Run became really popular tourist attractions, like I've talked about in my other videos with the other springs that I've been to. And as the area became more popular, the river was actually dredged out to do more glass-bottom boat tours like they do in Silver Springs still today. And even a zoo, a rodeo, a gift shop, and a monorail were all added to really make this place a huge tourist attraction. And then in 1972, the U.S. Department of the Interior designated the Rainbow Springs, the Rainbow River really, National Natural Landmark. And just after that, when the larger theme parks in Florida started to really lure the tourist away, Rainbow Springs was actually closed. Well, until like the mid-1990s when it actually finally reopened as a state park, like it's run today. Hey here. Go into that field. This is the main building of the complex at the park. Something I've been trying to be more aware of when composing my architectural photographs is making sure to have something in the foreground. I feel like the shadow from the tree above and the fence help add to the depth of the whole image. This is one of my favorite photos from the trip. To me, the emphasis of the photos is the water in the background, but the subject is the people in the midground. The way this particular film stock handles its colors is very interesting as well. It wasn't a super overcast day, but the film makes it seem that way. After me and Savannah made our way through the gift shop and really exploring around the area, we eventually got changed to our swimsuits and headed down to the springs to go swimming. I unfortunately don't have any photos or videos of that specific because I don't have a waterproof camera yet. Still looking out for one, maybe one of those Canon WP ones. I don't know, they seem pretty cool. The actual swimming area itself is relatively small. I mean, it was really fun and really nice, but compared to some of the other state parks I've been to recently, it felt a little cramped for what it was, but it was still really nice. I love these two photos. The first one feels very vintage postcard to me. I like the framing and colors a lot. And the second one, while not a great photograph compositionally, I was so happy I got the guy mid-dive. It's a lot harder for me to get decent action shots when I'm shooting on film rather than digital. With digital, I would have taken 1,000 photos of that guy jumping off. With film, you really only get one shot, one chance, if you don't want to waste a bunch of film. And you know I can't really be doing that right now with the prices like they are. After we got done swimming, we ended up exploring a little bit more of the park and ended up walking down to where you can rent like canoes and stuff. Super, super pretty walk. I really like this photo. The lone kayakers seemingly in the middle of nothing, surrounded by nature, framed by the absolutely oppressive green everywhere around them. There's almost too much framing here, but that's really me being nitpicky about the photo.
Wow.
They're not natural.
That makes sense.
And we kept seeing signs for a waterfall, and we finally found it. At the time, I was super surprised to see one here, but as you all now know, they're man-made. Still cool though. And this is why film photography can really suck sometimes. This is the last picture I took of the day, and yeah, it's pretty apparent it got exposed to some light. This wasn't the end of the roll, but the next time I used the camera, I thought it was empty, so I opened it up to put some more film in it, and lo and behold, there was some already. I'm also very lucky that the camera I was using, the Canon Rebel 2000, has the dummy mode where it advances all of the film out completely, and then as you shoot, it puts it back into the roll to protect any images you've shot. All in all, I had a great time at Rainbow Springs. And I know this video is a little on the shorter end compared to my other ones, but I've got a couple ideas that I'm working on right now, including some different types of videos, maybe some film stock experiments with some stuff I haven't used, that sort of thing. I'm pretty excited, and hopefully they'll be out sooner rather than later. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel, supporting my photography, supporting my travels. It really does. And I know I say this a lot, it really does mean the world to me. And as always, if you're interested in seeing more of this, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to stay on top of everything that I'm doing, or you can follow me on Instagram, and I'll post there as well. And if you really like it, share the video. Let me know what your friends think. I've been getting a lot of really cool comments and information from viewers like you, giving me their own personal stories about the areas I've been to. I love that stuff. So if you've been to Rainbow Springs and there's something interesting I missed, or something interesting that happened to you, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to read it. And one of these days I'm going to make a response video to all the interesting stories. There's been a bunch lately that have shown up. And thanks again, and I'll see y'all next time.